And, oh. Continuing the, stream. Sorry. Probably gonna play for another at least hour or two before I quit again this time. Sorry, my voice needed a little rest, and so did my head. I had a bit of a headache yesterday. Or no, today, earlier, pardon me. Here we go. Yes, load. There we go. Okay. Yes, load it, please. It was only me and Daru until a week ago. But now I kind of regret that it wasn't me who built these gadgets. Well, technically it was.
ねえねえルカ君、この傘があればどこかに忘れてきても大丈夫ってことかな。
でもこれってビニール傘だから作るコスト考えたら買った方が早いかも。
ここで開いてもいいかな。
Ow. Sorry.
危ないからいきなりガバッと広げないで。
ガバッと広げないでとか。
Might not
そっちの
fit.
趣味はないはずなの
It's
に。
not really my
そん
cup
な
of
ことを
tea,
言
but
われ
hearing
た
you
ら
say it makes me
悔
all
し
hot
い。
and bothered.
でも興奮し。
だから変態発言自重しろと言ったるだろうが。
Anyhow.
あれ、このメガネなんかかけてもかけなくてもあんまりかけ。ほんとかにゃ。フェイリスも試してみるにゃ。
ちょ。メガネ
Whoa,
コフェイ
there's
リスさんと
tongues
か
and
レアす
glasses.
ぎ
Be
る。
still, my heart. I'm Daru. What doesn't set Daru off? Well, it's a party, so I might as well let him have his fun.
ちょっと桐生さん何してるの？
Hmm?
これを動かそうかと思って。
Shining fingers stood there before the panicking tourist holding the skateboard. From what Daru explained, that skateboard is... ... Christina, stop her right now! That can't go off in here, no matter what!
ダメよ桐生さん。それ以上やったら部屋の中が甲羅まみれに。
We were too late.
どうしたにゃ。これは一体何事にゃ。
Yeah. Soda sprayed everywhere, and the skateboard smashed into the wall repeatedly. Excuse me. The laboratory became a sticky, carbonated hell. Carbonated hell. Damn you, finger! How dare you! Sorry.
ちゃんと掃除するから。
That's right, you will. I'm sorry. Doing my best
す
to
ごく冷たい。
narrate.
わあ、炭酸ってすごいんだね。マユシーはびっくりなのです。もうびしょびしょに濡れちゃったよ。
Anyhow.
あ、アマネシ。今の。
Oh,
濡
Monacy.
れちゃった
Say
って
I'm
の。
soaking wet again,
もう一
please.
回やろう。
I'm Daru. Daru, you might want to learn how to self-censor.
にゃにゃ、もうこんな時間にゃ。
Oh, no. Barris stood up in the middle of the festivities.
それじゃあフェイリスはそろそろお店に戻るにゃ。
Okay.
フェイリスさん。
What, you're
行って
leaving?
しまうん。
I'm Daru. Daru couldn't hide his disappointment. But it really wasn't all that late.
フェイリスはお店に戻ってやらなきゃいけないことが残ってるにゃ。フェリスちゃんは大変なのです。
Only Mayuri calls her Ferris instead of Ferris. It's a subtle nickname, but an affectionate one. It's a subtle nickname, but an affectionate one. There you go. As I mentioned before, Mayuri works with Ferris at as Mayushi Nyan Yan at May Queen plus Nan Squared. Got mail. Everything should be spotless. Moaka. Thank you, Moaka. Okay, sorry. For someone who can be a little soft between the ears, I'm impressed Mayuri is doing so well at work.
マヨシーもいつまでも遊んでたらダメにゃ。宿題いっぱいあるって言ってたにゃ。
にゃ。
宿題は明日からやるよ。ね、タカ君。
あ、ごめん。僕はもう終わらせちゃった。
ルカ君は優等生なのです。
マユリよ。
Mayuri, you really should focus on your studies. That's what students are supposed to do, after all. Yeah. Is this today's Look Who's Talking segment? I'm Daru. I don't need the pedestrian education taught in schools. For I am Hoin Kyoma! Sorry, I never get tired of that. Yeah, it is a reason. Thank you, Garrison. The girl before me probably has no need for the typical education system either. Who says what? Yep. We saw Ferris off as she walked out the door. Then Kurisi stood up.
さてと、それじゃあ私もこの辺で。
クリスちゃんも帰っちゃうの？
ううん。私はまだ完成させなきゃいけないガジェットが2つほどあるから。
何？
What? You're making more? Sorry.
だから。
I'll try to get a good Okabe voice going. Like I said a million times, I can't remember.
状況が変わろうと、あんたはあんたなんだから、ぐだぐだ言うな。
Hang on, let me see if I can config. Oh, I can only change. Oh, there we go. I'll turn down Okabe's voice, so it'll be my voice instead. I don't want to bother anyone. Alright, I just did that. Yes. Now let me just get out of this. Thank you. Damn, she's got a point.
とにかく資金難をなんとかしなきゃならんのならつべこべ言うな。
資金難？
Bankruptcy? I was going to ask her what she meant, but she disappeared behind the curtain into the development room. Bankruptcy. I'm sure that's what she said. Hey, Dara, what did she mean by that? She meant just what she said. Oh, I should probably change Dara's too, huh? There we go. Nope, not my area. I'll just play all the male voices. I'm nobody's tired of my voice yet. Dara explained that our recent gadget obsession was brought about by our bankruptcy. The future gadget laboratory was never exactly flush with cash, but something really serious must have happened. How the hell? I wanted to know the reason for our bankruptcy, but... Daru and Mayuri didn't waste a word. Their faces told me everything I needed to know. It was my fault. So, what are these other gadgets that we are working on? there? I'm not telling. I'll change Daru's voice. Come on. If you don't know, maybe you should wait until they're complete. It'll be more fun that way. I'll be Patrick Warburton for Daru. Or you could try to figure them out yourself. I mean, oh no, I know what I'll do. I'll be Dietrich Bader. Or you can try to figure them out yourself. I mean, you're the one who came up with them. Shake my head. Grr, they know I can't remember anything. And their teasing makes my curiosity even worse. Okay, Daru. If there are 2 gadgets in development, why not just tell me about just one of them? Hate to say it, but I don't know what you think about it. I don't know a thing about either. Really? Really? Maki says she came up with them, not you, Ocarine. Christina? So I'm going to leave you to think about them both. I'm Daru. Christina's ideas, huh? Could have something to do with the neuroscience? That is her specialty, after all. If that's the case, then it must be. Nope, no idea. Well, if I don't know what I told my crew to make, there's no way I'd be able to figure out what my assistant is making. Huh. Whoa, what? Did you figure it out somehow? Now things are getting interesting. Right now, don't care what these next 2 gadgets are. I'm not even going to ask why we're in dire financial straits. We've got 5 new gadgets on hand. I'm sure they'll help us get the money we need soon enough. You guys, the future of these future gadgets is bright. Did he give up without even guessing? Don't worry about the details. Now is the time for fun. Let's get this party started. Now, but the party's almost over. Hey, Lukako, finger. This calls for a toast. It's my ochre. Oh, thank God, it's another closed scene that'll mess up my stream. Hey, can you hear me? We've got a problem. Actually, no, that's not quite right. Problem doesn't even begin to cover it. Listen carefully. Our lab has been taken over. Like I said, it's bad. What? No, the enemy is too capable. There's no way to retake our lab without casualties. If you truly insist, then there's no other way around it. I'll do it. Right. We're breaking in. If we survive, the first round's on me. El Sai Kongru. I put away my cell phone and... Oh, hang on. There we go. I put away my cell phone and stepped into enemy territory. Christina! How long are you going to make me wait before we send the next D-man? Okay.
私は今新しいガジェット作りに忙しいんだとさっきも言っただろうが。それが完成するまでは D メールは使用禁止。だからそれまで邪魔するな。わかったな。
She didn't have to be quite so vicious about it. Besides, this is my lab in the first place. Yelling at you and tossing you out of your own lab like that? Maki say to go. Yelling at you and tossing you out of your own lab like that? Maki say to goat. I looked up at the voice and saw Daru staring at me with a grin on his face. Yeah, it looks like a grin. I wasn't tossed out. I was stretched. It was a strategic withdrawal. By the way, Daru, when did you get here? Just now. Give me the TLDR version. It appears he arrived just as I was sneaking behind enemy lines. And as for Christina, well, I kind of understand how she's feeling. As a researcher, being interrupted in the middle of your work is a real pain. Guess I'm out of luck. Experimenting on D-mail is certainly a pressing matter, but it's not worth risking my life over. So, what's the plan now? If I can't perform any experiments, there's no reason to stay around here. What are you gonna do, Daru? Are you going to May Queen again? I wish I were, but I was actually just there. Now I see. After hanging at May Queen, you decided to swing by the lab and play an eroge or something. Bzz, wrong. Not an eroge, but an MMO. They just dropped a bunch of new quests today. I heard these ones have you fighting this really strong dragon or something like that. Daru continued to wax poetic about his dragon, but I didn't pay much attention. Whether he plays an eroge or MMORPG makes no difference to me. By the way, Ocarine, did you hear about what's going on in Akiba? No, not really. What is it? So there's this band that's been really popular lately, Phantasm. You've probably heard of them. Never heard of them. Underestimate me at your own peril. Of course I've heard of them. Really? Color me surprised. Phantasm. Apparently they're a pretty big deal. They made a splash last year in the indie music scene and made their official debut this year. Shortly thereafter, they provided the theme to the anime Rainet Kakeru. Ferris mentioned something like that a few days ago. Anyway, why does Phantasm have everyone so riled up? They signal-jacked Akiba's airwaves. Signal-jacked the airwaves? That's right, I guess it was some sort of promotional thing. I'm Daru. They had every screen in Akiba, from PC monitors to UPX billboard display, streaming their music video. It had some people going nuts. Airwave hijacking. Still, it helped Phantasm get crazy popular. Not that anyone knew who they were a year ago. But if you ask me, they've already jumped the shark. I've been over them for like 2 years already. Despite how annoying Daru's rambling was, most of his words didn't make their way out of my brain. Because something else was occupying my thoughts. Are you even listening to me, Ocarine? Daru, that's it. Huh? I looked Daru dead in the eyes. Straight into his slightly dilated pupils. What is it? I'm talking about hijacking the airwaves. If they can do it, we can too, right? He's giving me a look that says, what the hell is this guy on about? Still, I keep talking. Think about it. What is it that we're trying to do? Make weird gadgets and play with them? No, we're trying to destroy the system that controls the world and plunge society into chaos. Creating gadgets is only part of it. Oh yeah, I guess. So why are you bringing that up now? Seriously? How can you be this dense? I want to do the thing. The one they do on TV all the time, the speech thing. Oh, I get you now. Like a Siege Scion kind of deal. Well, close enough. Once the system has been destroyed, we need to let the world know. We won't be able to if we do so if we haven't prepared for it. Shit. But we won't be able to do so unless we've prepared for it. If we haven't prepared for it, excuse me. Now I'm picking up what you're putting down. So, think we can do it? Yeah, no problem. Excuse me? His response was so casual that I couldn't help but blurt out my disbelief. To be frank, I was hoping things would unfold in a more dramatic, thoughtful, one-last ride sort of fashion. But hey, if the man knows that he can do it, all the better. We're gonna need the right equipment, though. You do know that this laboratory doesn't have any budget to spare, right? Of course I do. In that case, yeah, I think we'd only be able to hijack the unlocked networks. Daru explained that hijacking digital networks would be extremely difficult for us as we are now. It's not to say that hijacking the analog networks would be much easier. We want to hijack the analog networks. We're gonna need a whole lot of power. We used all the equipment we had in the lab right now for signal intrusion. Our video can be seen in, well, pretty much just Akihabara. Analog networks in this day and age. Only in Akihabara? It sounds so pathetic. Oh, we don't have to do it if you don't want to. No, that sounds good. So, you want me to do it? Precisely. It's easy to give up when something seems pointless. But a small step forward is still a step. For realsies? Of course. While it may seem like a pointless waste of time at first, this is essentially the cornerstone of our greater achievement. Oh, just so you know, the signal intrusion is a crime, even on a small scale. What? Seriously? You didn't know? Of course I did. Of course I did. Didn't. Crime. I may want to destroy the system governing our world, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be a criminal. I want to plunge our society into chaos, sure, but I want to do it legally. Okay, so that's a no-go then. That's a no-go then? Yeah, that's about what I thought. What do you mean? What I mean is, regardless of what you say you are a chicken. You never get involved in anything seriously dangerous. What did he just say? Did he just call me a chicken? Did he just call me a chicken? Nobody calls me Chicken Needles. Nobody! Sorry, it's Back to the Future. Dara doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to make him eat those words. So I'm just gonna go chill. Halt. I called out to him as he was leaving. My tone firm, yet effortlessly cool. No force, no matter how mighty, could even think of stopping me. That's a go! He stands frozen in place, stupefied. Look at my face, look at my soul, I'm beginning to stupefy. I say it again, slowly. Didn't you hear me? I said that's a go. A go? As in, you want me to do it? That's exactly right. You stupid asshole. For information, I'm not getting worked up because he called me a chicken. I, Hoin Kyoma, refuse to yield to such minor insults. Or that is the choice of Steins Gate. Are you serious? We're doing it, even if our actions defy God's will. Besides, if it looks like we'll get in real trouble, we can always back out at the last second. But what are we going to show if we do hijack the airwaves? You probably haven't even thought about that yet, have you? We can save that decision for when the time comes. First, we have to make the machine. Got it, my favorite right arm? Alright. But I'm going to need to use some of the stuff that's in the lab. Sure, that's not a problem. Our inventory is at your disposal. Now our plans are in place to make gadget number 14. I guess we'll need to hold another meeting soon. Anyway, my work for the day is done. I'll leave the lab to my assistant, Dario, and head out to Akihabara. Cool, then I'll get to work once Makise is done with her stuff today. I'm counting on you, darling. Anyway, I'm heading out. And I got a really abrasively loud email. Here we go. I'm counting on you, Daru. Anyway, I'm heading out. Pardon me. I read that twice. Hey, Ocarine. What? You sure that's enough armor? No problem, everything's fine. Everything's fine. I turned my back to the smirking Daru and stepped out of the scorching sun.
Ah, Okabe Rintaro.
My cat meowing. No sooner had I left the lab than someone called me by my full name. How many times must I tell you, part-time warrior? I am Ho-In Kyoma, and I shall be addressed as such.
そうだっけ？じゃあ、おーおーやっぱり覚えらんないから、岡部倫太郎でいいや。
So be it, you shall call me... Wait! I should be the one who gets to decide what you call me.
そんなこと言ったって、私にとっては昔から岡部倫太郎なんだから、今さらそんな変な名前で呼べって言われても無理だよ。
Always? What the heck is she talking about? We've only known each other for a week. Though perhaps through the lens of youth, we've not seen real life. Ayushi might not be able to make the lives instead. There we go. Seemingly noticing how strange she sounded, Suzuha waves her hands on us to say forget about it.
今のはほら、なんていうの？言葉のあやってやつ。っていうか、岡部倫太郎こそ私のことナイト戦士って呼ばないでよ。私には天音せずはって親がつけてくれた立派な名前があるんだからさ。
Now she's pouting. But it will do no good. It's already imprinted in my head that this girl is a part-time warrior. Nothing can change that now. As my gaze lowered, I saw a small shadow close in behind the part-time warriors are trying to hide. The shadow turned out to be a small girl, still in elementary school. She wore her short hair and pigtails on either side of her head. The moment our eyes met, the little girl hid herself behind the part-time warrior.
ほら、なえ、ちゃんと挨拶しなきゃダメだぞ。
It's only natural that Sister Braun would cower in fear before an aura as tremendous as my own.
ほら、岡部倫太郎。そんなこと言うから余計にナエが怖がっちゃうじゃん。
This little girl, Nai, is the daughter of the owner of the Ohiyama building, so I call her Sister Braun. I've heard that she's in the 6th grade, but she looks much younger. I believe that's partially why her father, Mr. Braun, adores her so much. His love borders on madness at the best of times.
大丈夫よ、なえ。岡部倫太郎はちょっと変わってるけど、別に取って食われたりはしないからさ。
She describes me as if I'm some sort of exotic creature.
ほら、ね、ご挨拶は？おかりんおじさん、こんにちは。
I'm not your uncle.
またそうやって。
Ah! I've told her what to call me before, but she refuses to learn.
この前？
Suzuha looks up to the sky as if she's trying to recall a distant memory. Excuse me. Below her, Sister Braun is shaking her head in confusion. I see. I thought we talked about this a few days ago, but it seems as though things have changed. Anyway, I'm not old enough to be your uncle. If you're going to make some sort of relative, call me Big Brother, okay?
でも、おかりおじさんはナエのお兄さんじゃないし。
Didn't matter in Persona. In this world, there are times when you call someone who isn't a sibling. Remember that, Sister Braun.
岡部倫太郎がわけわかんないこと言うからナエが困ってるじゃん。
Not nonsense. I'm teaching her the harsh realities of our society.
それが教育かどうかは知んないけどさ、そ こんなことばっか
Trouble? To my ears, it seems you're rather a threat. I'll tell you now, it won't work, for I, Hoin Kyoma, laugh in the face of danger. Hey, Okabe! Eek! I turned around to look at who called my name, and there stood a man with a stern look on his face. Mr. Braun, how long have you... For long enough, why? Are you teaching my nigh things you wouldn't want me to hear? No, not at all. This man, the mere sight of whom would make 10 out of 10 children cry, is the owner of the Ohayama building, and the CRT, or Braun Tube fanatic. This man is Tennoji Yugo, though his ownership of the Braun Tube workshop is under the name Mr. Braun. Come on, Okabe, Nai's just a kid. So if you ever start thinking she's cute or anything weird like that, I'm gonna beat you to the ground with my bare hands. I have bare hands. Like, you know, the animal bear. What kind of person do you think I am? What, are you telling me my daughter isn't pretty, you son of a bitch? Make up your mind. Nah, I got some snacks for you. Let's leave this fool be and go inside. Seeing her smile, the owner's face distorted into a mockery of a grin. It's too disturbing to be called a smile. People who spoil their kids like he does are the reason why there's so many DQN plebes in the world today. Oh yeah, Okabe! You're not doing those weird experiments anymore, right? Weird? Such rudeness! This invention will pave the way for our future. I don't care. Every time you run that stupid thing, it shakes the ceiling and drops a ton of dust on the CRTs. You know what'll happen if I hear that nonsense again, right? Another threat. First from the part-time warrior, and now from Mr. Braun. Is this some sort of workshop policy? Still. Mr. Braun, as I've told you before, your threats have no power over me. Violence is nothing to Hoin Kyoma. It does not scare me one... I'm raising your rent. Understood. Won't happen again. He nodded with satisfaction and proceeded to re-enter the workshop hand in hand with Nai. You got tricked, you fools. I declared my victory once I confirmed that they were both safely out of earshot. Consider me a coward if you like. But know this, part-time warrior. Hoin Kyoma is a ruthless man who will achieve his goals by any means necessary.
Ne.
Suzuha's voice was surprisingly light. Seemed as though she took my comments in stride.
昨日のあれ、なんだっけ円卓会議ああいうのってまたあるの
Well, it's necessary, sure. We're going to hold another soon, in fact. Why do you ask?
別に深い意味はないんだけど、ただ楽しかったなーって思ってさ。
Suzuha looked so happy as she looked up at the lab window and could tell she was speaking from the heart. By the way, did you make up with Christina?
仲直り？何それ？私別にマキセクリスと喧嘩なんかしてないよ。
Is that so?
そりゃ特に仲がいいってわけじゃないけどさ。でも特に悪いってわけでもないし。
One moment. And I've returned. Oh, there we go.
てか、なんで？もしかして仲悪いように見えた？
No, it's nothing. I guess I was wrong.
変なの。まあいいや。あんまりここで油売ってると店長に怒られるから。また会議があるときは言ってよ。店長の目を盗んでできるだけ行くようにするからさ。
She waved goodbye before she disappeared into the store. Interesting. Well, better to have lab mems getting along than hating each other. Until yesterday, Suzuha looked at Kurisu with hatred, but I guess that's changed. Though I suppose things happen when you switch world lines. "10 years ago, in the year 2000, a man calling himself John Teeter appeared as on an American internet message board. Claiming to hail from the year 2036, this self-proclaimed future man explained the workings of his supposed time machine. In addition, he shed light on a number of events that were supposed to take place after the year 2000. He was active on this board for a mere 4 months. However, his words and actions made an impact, and the word of his existence spread all the way to Japan. Though many of his predictions did come true, a fair share were proven false. And thus, there were many who doubt he really did come from the future. Though a man claiming to be John Titor has recently re-emerged on the internet. This time on the Japanese internet board site, the @channel. When I engaged him instead of the time travel theory he previously provided, he presented me with what he called an attractor field theory. According to him, our world is made up of countless world lines. The places where many of them cluster together are called attractor fields. An attractor field could be a large swath of history spanning 100 years or more. In his words, every single action in a single attractor field ultimately culminates in one single point, one single event. It's a lot of stuff to read. But this is a text game, so I understand. Need something to drink, though. Let's say, for example, that I'm going to purchase a beverage. A decision to purchase Dr. P or Cola is theoretically mine to make. But perhaps when I arrive at the store, the Dr. P is sold out, or a friend buys a Cola for me. One way or another, Cola ends up quenching my thirst. I'm drinking tea. In other words, the world is constructed in such a way that the end results have already been decided. Meaning that no matter how many emails I use to change the past, things ultimately end in the same place. However, according to him, there may be more than one attractor field. In other words, if we manage to leave this attractor field, we may wind up in a world line as part of a parallel world. I don't know whether this is true or not. I do not know who John Teeter is. He may be a fraud or a raving lunatic. Personally, I find the attractor field theory to be fairly interesting. A few days ago, I was thinking of the conversation I had with John Teeter as I walked, and I found myself in front of Radicon near Akihabara Station. Radicon was just as proudly as ever, of course. I got another email. Just the other day, an incident occurred in which a mysterious satellite-like object appeared out of nowhere and smashed through the top building. Things had already been... Exclamation point. Was all I could do to keep from gasping. Without thinking of it, I looked at the building. The building that, as of yesterday, had a satellite sticking out of it. Right there. The satellite was nowhere to be seen. I needed to collect my thoughts, so I left the noise of the station for the quiet of the shrine. Known as the Yanabayashi Shrine, this tiny place can be found near the Bonsai Bridge. A familiar face was there to greet me. Sorry.
Okabe-san, konnichiwa.
It was boiling hot, but he still smiled and gave me a small bow. Lukako, how many times do I need to tell you? I am not Okabe Rintaro. A white coat and bright red hakama pants. Traditional Miko garb. Cosplayers at the highest end cosplay cafes only wish they could wear them as well. All pale in comparison to the sight before me. The sight of Urushibara Luka, child of the head priest of the shrine. This shrine, pardon me. But he's a guy. No matter how well the clothes suit him, he's no Miko. And why is he wearing them, you ask? Because his father likes it that way. I almost feel bad for poor Luka, but I think that's just the way his family is. There are more important things to worry about. Good, that's more like it. It seems you've been keeping up with your practice too. Lukako held a sword in his hands. While it may look like an imitation, looks can be deceiving. In reality, is the demon sword Samidare, a blade that shall rend all evil. Even if blade work sells them for about 90 yen a pop. Rest assured, as long as you continue your daily practice, you'll become a master of the Zaishin Zanma style. The most important thing is the will to keep going. Good. Now, leave me with our traditional sign-off. Congru. It's Congru. Seeing him stumble over his attempt to say the right words left my heart aflutter. But he's a guy. Not at all. I just wanted to say hello since I was in the area. Oh, but Lukako, do you remember that satellite? Do you remember that satellite? Sorry, I keep stumbling over words. Right, the one that hit the radio Kaikon just the other day. He nearly jumped in surprise. Seemed to be an honest surprise too. He wasn't playing with me. Besides, it's Lukako. He couldn't lie to me if he tried. Oh, never mind. I must have been mistaken. Once again, Lukako looked at me with eyes like saucers. Though that's hardly a surprise. If someone came up to me saying a satellite smashed into Radicon, I'd think they were delusional too. But it proved something to me. In this world, the satellite never crashed. That discovery alone made this all worthwhile. Then how the hell is... Never mind. I'm not going to spoil anything. I thought I heard someone good to see you, Hoen-kyun. Dad. It's been a while. Have you been doing well? Yeah, thanks for asking. Lukako's dad appeared from the back of the shrine. In my timeline, we've seen each other a couple of days ago, but I guess that's changed as well. Give Luka and I a concerned look. Well, since you're here, Hoen-san, maybe work can wait until later. Later? What do you... Oh, sorry, that's Luka. Well, Luke, I was hoping you could help me organize some things in the sanctuary while around back. A sanctuary? There's a sanctuary at this little shrine? I never knew that. There is, but it's not really much. Not much to look at. More like a storage space, really.
奉納されたものなんかもそこに入れておくんですよ。
Aha. When he said sanctuary, my mind danced with images. Holy treasure. Guess I should have get my expectations in check. Come to think of it, how old is this shrine?
確かこの場所に祀られるようになったのが万事2年という話ですから、だいたい江戸時代の初期から続いていることになりますね。
The Edo period? Yet another unthinking outburst. I mean, I thought this place was old, but I never thought it was that old. The day is just full of surprises. There's a lot of history here, so we don't tidy up, things will get disorganized. That sounds exhausting. Still, this shrine is that. If this shrine is that old, maybe there's some ancient manuscript or a monster spirit, something lying around. Just thinking about it gets me fired up. Well, since we have a guest, maybe cleaning can wait until another time. Oh, no need to worry about me. I was just leaving anyway. Oh, I didn't mean to rush you. Not a problem. I only stopped by to say hello. Anyway, Lukaku, don't forget to practice. Got it?
はい。エルサイ
Congrue.
コングルー。
Upon hearing Lukaku's words, I said goodbye to his apologetic father and left the Yanabayashi shrine. Exploring their sanctuary intrigues me. I should probably save that for a time when Luka's dad isn't over our shoulder. I'll ask Lukaku to show me around when I have a chance. Returning to the lab that night, I found Daru lazing on the couch playing his GS. Daru, what are you doing? Can't you tell I'm making out with my beloved Nono-san in Atami? Daru answered without even taking his eyes off the screen. Apparently he's been obsessed with this game since it came out last month. It's all about flirting with girls. Perhaps I should have clarified. I meant what happened to the gadget I asked you to make. Don't worry, I've got a plan. Oh, do you now? Really? Yep, I went to a junk shop and bought most of the necessary parts today. The rest I could salvage from the development room. Nice. This is why you're my right arm. Now we're only waiting on Makusei-shi. Daru's gaze finally broke from the screen as he turned to face the curtained-off part of the lab. Oh, got mail. There we go. I guess Kurusu is still in there working on the gadgets. Given that she's taken over my base of operations, I should probably say something to her, but she is hard at work. I should probably wait until she's done. Besides, she's scary when she's disturbed. Oh, but check it out! I've already updated our homepage gadgets listing through number 11. Finally distracted from his virtual dating, Daru put his game machine aside and grinned at me. He looked so proud. It's so annoying. Though I suppose his service is worth the annoyance. I heard the laboratory door open as someone loudly called my name. Mayuri. Hold on, Mayuri. I thought you were going to do your homework at your place. Mayuri sat down on the couch, took a banana out of a bag, and started eating it. Mayuri loves bananas. Eating a banana while talking about her day when it's practically her daily routine. However, her stories rarely have an actual content to them, so I just sort of nod along, not really listening. Nevertheless, she always tells me about her day with a smile on her face. As long as she's satisfied, I'm okay with it. I'd planned on letting her story just wash over me as usual, but... Well, we need to get a couple of other things first, so it might take a while. Priority-wise, it's probably about 6th on the list. Since when do we have a list? Since I said so. Douche. The microwave we had in the lab had turned into the phone wave name subject to change, so we can't use it anymore. Without a microwave, Mayuri can't have juicy chicken number 1, a frozen snack she loves just as much as her bananas. For her, working on microwave is top priority. 6th? What won't work? What are you talking about? What's wrong, Mayuri? What's funny? Hang on, why is her voice so quiet? Did I mess up hers too? Okay, her voice is max. Yeah. So, only the male voices are the ones that are messed up. Okay. What's all this giggling about? Is something fun? Is something steamy? Let me join. Okay. ... I had no idea Mayuri felt that way. I was always simply happy to have her with us, but I guess to her that wasn't enough. Though, why bring this up now? Oh, did you come up with a new gadget or something? Exactly. We're in this for the money. Not that we've sold anything yet. Works of genius are never recognized in their time. Try to make the situation sound cool, but it's actually pretty bad. He's got a point. Any gadgets we can't sell are as good as junk. We really should figure out our marketing strategy at some point. There's that smile again. What? What the hell is this? Sorry, I had to check the thing. mean it, Mayushi?
実はマユシーは今までメイクインニャンニャンに来る。そしたら今日ね、お客さんの中で興味持っていくつかまとめて買い取って。
You did it, Mayuri. I took her hand in mine before she even finished talking. And I shook it with force I usually reserve for Daru's greatest achievements. Good job, Mayuri. Well done. Of course. Yeah, of course you did. I'm going to buy you a whole banana as a reward. Don't be stingy, Ocarine. You owe her a bunch, at the very least. The amount of bananas doesn't matter. It's the gratitude contained within the accounts. Mayuri looks... When I looked at her smiling face, I could see that she wasn't lying. Anyway, our days of bankruptcy are over. Mr. Braun's reign of terror holds no more power over us. I believe we've been enemies since the birth of humanity 12,000 years ago. You're just afraid of him. I'm not. That's the particular air about him puts me on edge. People call that fear. You call it whatever you want, but I have nothing to be afraid of. My future is bright. Oh, look now, but he's behind you. Gah! No, not at all. You got tears in your eyes. I said no, damn it! Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Now don't forget to go straight home. And don't fall asleep or miss your stop. If a stranger tries to talk to you, don't go anywhere with them. She said with a childlike smile. I decided to see Mayuri off since I was hungry and the station was on the way to a convenience store. She was in a good mood the whole time, probably because she was glad to be able to help the lab out. Pardon me, I keep messing shit up. She stopped on her way to the ticket gate and looked back towards me. Hmm? Why all the formality? Having said that, she resumed her journey toward the ticket gate. Perhaps she was just looking for a place to belong. I found myself at the brink of sentimentality, but stopped myself before I could enter. That's not the person I am. Only the old immerse themselves in sentiment. Standing beside the bustling crowd, I looked skyward to clear my head. As always, there stood Radicon, without a trace of an embedded satellite. By the time I dropped Mayuri off, swung by a convenience store, and turned to the lab, Daru had crashed on the couch. What? Okay. His GS sits open beside him. He must have fallen asleep while playing it. Looks like he's having a good dream. From time to time, his lips form a lecherous smile. He's still wearing his headphones. They're bulky ones, too. Probably a cheap pair themed after some game or anime. Most of the time, if he's playing in a Roge, he won't even wear headphones if Mayuri's around. Guess he's more protective of his non-pornographic stuff. What a weirdo. Whatever. I'd better just leave him alone. I'm sure he'll wake up once he's gotten some shut-eye, or my phone wakes him up. After that, he'll probably head home, or just go back to bed. It's not winter yet, so it's not like he's going to catch a cold without a comforter. I get up and head to the sink to make some hot water for some instant noodles. And then... a deafening bestial howl cut through the darkness of the lab. What was that sound? I thought it came from outside the window. Till I heard it again. Dot dot dot. That was definitely someone's voice. And it came from the development room. Kurisu's the only one in there. It has to be her. Could it be the gadget she's working on suffered some major malfunction? Or could the failure of one of her experiments have enraged her into punching a hole in the wall? That'd be really bad. I didn't want to think about what Mr. Braun would say if he saw that. Hold on, let's think this over again. There's still no telling what really happened. At least not until I check for myself. I pushed the worst case scenarios out of my head and peeked through the curtain into the development room. When I did, I saw something I couldn't have imagined. There was Daru wearing gaudy, almost gown-like clothes. He was surrounded by Kurisu, Ferris, and Mayuri. Each one dressed in their own weird costume. Oh, it was nothing. Whoa, are you sure? I always want to be more of a 2D girl sort of guy. Always been more, excuse me. Sea was truly unreal. Which makes sense given what I saw was not reality. Merely an image on a monitor. On a computer screen in the center of the lab, the lab members, excluding myself, approached Daru. Kurisu could do nothing but stare. It seemed like she was shaking, but I couldn't tell from just her back. The sight of Daru and the others surprised me, but Kurisu was the only one in there. In here. Could the horrors playing out of the monitor have something to do with the new gadget she's been working on since yesterday? Could this be a game she made herself? It's too hellish to watch. I mean, everyone has their preferences, but there have to be limits. And why Daru, anyway? Either Kurisu has a thing for... Before I could finish that thought, Kurisu stood up. She turned around and jumped at the sight of my presence. For just a few moments. Yep, I saw everything. Yep, I saw everything. As soon as she heard my response, Kurisu became flustered and timid. It's fine, my assistant. I'm not intending to get in the way of anyone's proclivities. You made that game to suit your personal tastes. I'm not going to say a word about it. However, if that was your attempt at creating future gadget number 12, I strongly urge you to reconsider.
待て待て待て、あんた一体何言ってんだ？
I'm saying that if you can live out your fantasies through your games, but please don't try to incorporate them into our products. If such a product were made to market with my name on it, I would be too embarrassed to walk the light of the sun.
待てと言ったろうが、あれは別に私の作ったゲームじゃ。
Kurusu fell silent. At that moment, I heard the sound of the curtains opening behind a shadow eclipsed us. What's going on? You guys woke me up from a good nap.
足だ。
Oh, Makaseshi. Is your gadget finally done? Then...
うるさい、この変態。
What?
もういい、今日は帰る。さよなら。
Okay. Kurusu spat out her words and stormed outside before we even had a chance to stop her. Dario and I could only watch her in slack-jawed silence. What the hell just happened? I agree. Hey, Ocarine. What is it, Daru? I didn't do anything weird to Makaseshi, right? No. I considered telling you what I saw on the screen for a moment, but I thought better of it. Given my assistant's state of mind, it's probably wise not to reveal her secrets. A wise man does not court danger, and some things are better left forgotten. Frankly, I'm more worried about Daru. Someone just shouted at him for no reason. It's gotta be rough. I don't know what just happened, but I feel bad about it. Don't take it personally. She was probably in a bad mood because she got stuck on a project or something. I guess. The more I try to figure it out, the more confusing it gets. This is bullshit! He keeps getting grumpier and grumpier. This might not end well. Aw, Upa. God damn it, you know what I'm gonna have to do now? You know what I'm gonna have to do? Wait, Daru, calm down. I'm gonna have to ask Nono-san to calm me down with her kisses. Nono-san! She's right, Daru, you are a pervert. When I went to the lab in the afternoon, the curtains in front of the development room were closed, and I got another mail, damn it. They were closed. I assumed I would find Daru behind them, but instead it was Christina. It seems as though she's made of this area her own personal nest. It's great that she's putting in so much effort into development, but whose lab does she think this is anyway? Perhaps I should remind her. Just before I could raise my voice to do so, she took my turn. Assistant, I wish to speak with you about something. Seems like she's in a rotten mood. This is the opposite of how things should be. I need to be direct with her. But Christina, I'm the one who runs this lab. You are merely my assistant. ...
それで?
え?
だからそれがどうかしたのかって聞いてるの。
I think I've made her mood even worse. I'm not so easily defeated.
もしかしてそれだけか。
That's all, but it's very important. And if you forget it, there could be trouble. R.E. Tutoru. Alright, it's funny.
それだけか。
Yes. Rest assured, this is all part of a strategy. Don't worry. We'll make her think that we've eased off, then we'll manipulate her as we see fit, just the way like they do in the CIA. Yeah, don't worry. Everything's going as planned. Let the top brass know. L, sorry. El Psi Congru. Spoke the words very quietly and slipped the phone in the back into my pocket. I'll just go outside. After that, I had no choice but to go outside, where I unfortunately ran into someone I didn't want to see. Is that you, Okabe? Mr. Braun? Perfect timing! I want to talk to you about something. I swear I didn't do any experiments today. If I wanted to, Curiousy's completely taken over my lab. That's not it. It's nothing serious, really. It's more like I want to ask you a favor. He blushed ever so slightly as he said this. I found myself taken aback because he didn't strike me as a man who could blush. Never imagined that I would be that I would ever have a middle-aged man acting so tsundere. It practically gave me goosebumps. In fact, I think it did. Hold on, there's something else. Did he say he wanted to ask me a favor? A landlord has a favor to ask of me? What the hell are you laughing about? Mr. Braun, I will do this favor for you under a couple of conditions. Conditions? First, lower my rent. And stop whining about my experiments when you get surrounded. Better also don't call me by Okabe. Oh, and kill. Pack up. You're evicted. What can I do for you? Damn it, he's taking advantage of me. Not for long. So until my gadgets make me filthy rich, I'll allow you to say whatever you want. Like I said, it's not that big a deal. But I want you to watch my place while I'm away. Away? I looked down and saw a small creature attempting to use his large frame to hide from me. So you're leaving her somewhere? Are you as dumb as you look? Why would I ever leave my precious, adorable daughter in someone else's care? The man looks seriously offended. Should really learn to take a joke. Starting tomorrow, the two of us are on a family vacation. Isn't that right, Nai? She laughed from the bottom of her heart. Why the... She laughed from the bottom of her heart. Get back to the game, thank you, phone. This girl really does love her father. Anyway, would you mind watching my store for a little while? A family trip, eh? Well, summer break is probably the right time to do it. Though I don't like her calling me uncle. Oh, I'm counting on you. I gotta go get some more pre-workout shit and work out. Mr. and Sister Braun started walking toward the main street, Chuodori. They must be heading off to get some things they need for their trip. Though now I think about it, I forgot to ask where they were going. More likely a beach or something. It's summer after all. Can't imagine anyone would break into a store full of nothing but CRT TVs. So I probably won't have to be too cautious. Huh? Wait. Mr. Braun's away. Does that mean I can do as many DML experiments as I want? Probably put Kurusu's endeavors on pause and get back to sending DML. This requires consideration. Shortly after talking to the Braun family, I made my own way down to Churodori. Akihabara was full of people milling around. Fucking fitting for a Saturday. I walked over there without a particular destination in mind as my phone blared in my goddamn ear. Sorry. Wandered over here without any particular destination in mind. I'm wearing a headset and it blares in my ear whenever the phone goes off. I entertained the idea of returning to the lab, but Kurusu is in a very bad mood right now. Not at all afraid of her, but you don't want to walk into the cage of some fearsome beast wearing a suit made of steak. Still, it's pointless wandering around here. What should I do? My pondering is cut short by a message. From the Yodobashi of Yahabura. That was all it said. Nothing else. Yodobashi is a big electronics store near the station for reference. Can I have just to meet the finger today? Not that I can remember. What on earth is going on? Forcing myself to figure things out wasn't getting me anywhere, so I gave up. In front of Akiba UPX. A lot of change around here, like the volume of my goddamn phone. Something reminded of what Daru said about the band Phantasm hijacking the airwaves yesterday around noon. There's a big screen up above me. I imagine all the screens around here showing the same footage at the same time. I'm getting emotional just thinking that we, the future gadget laboratory, will be able to do something similar. Another email. Akihabara Station. Oh, okay. All stations around the corner. She's moving, it's less likely we made plans to meet. I have no idea what she's trying to tell me. Yeah. The interval between messages is getting shorter. I know without checking it, it's from Finger. I open the message with the touch of a button. Near UPX, Moeka. Is she getting closer? There's no way she can know where I am right now. Then is this a coincidence? Or... here's another. I'm strangely hesitant to read it. But they're coming fast now. Could it be? Fear in my heart, I open my inbox. That's all. I was. No matter how I try, I cannot will any more text into being. What the hell? That's how I feel right now. Ah! I heard someone whisper in my ear as I whipped around to see who it was. And there stood Kiryu Moeka. What? What? What is this about? What do you want? Just saw me there, so you thought you'd surprise me? Not one bit. I felt as though my heart was ready to burst from my chest. But even if you were nearby, you appeared so fast. Could it be you? Do you work for the organization? Playing dumb will do you no good. That skill, could you be lightning speed? Thought your skills were limited to high-speed messaging, but it appears your powers extend beyond that small realm. I've clearly underestimated you up till now. What? Oh. So she just saw me there and played a prank on me with her cell phone. It's as simple as that. However, I'm not sure how she could pull a prank like that without cracking so much as cracking a smile. I really don't get her. But something's weird. One moment. Doing here over quickly. Oh, I missed something on that bar. It was on auto. This person, long time I knew certainly wasn't mischievous enough to pull a prank. Perhaps the personality has changed due to the influence of this world line. Me? Well, I was gathering information as to how this world works. Wait, didn't you hear what I said? Geez, it seems like she didn't understand. I would happily elaborate upon my plans, but having a conversation with someone who communicates mostly through text is tiring. Ouch. Anyway, I have things to do. Not really. But right, I had business at May Queen. I was just heading over there. I actually just came up with the idea that it's nice and cool in there. What's wrong? Can it be you'd like to join me? That was the answer I expected. Yet... Dot dot dot. She sounded kind of sad when she said that she didn't like those kinds of places. Maybe I'm overthinking it. After we parted ways, I browsed some of the PC cards and shops until it got dark. Though lately it seems like the heat just lingers after the sun goes down. I set out in search of a cool beverage. I imagine I'd find someone behind this cafe, validating what I told Moa about. May Queen Yan is the cafe where my Yuri in Paris works. Since it's so close to our lab, I stopped in every once in a while. I started walking toward the stairs leading to the cafe and saw a man at the bottom. Another customer? He's not going into the cafe, just looking at it. Besides, this man's so handsome, it looks like he was crafted by Gaia herself. I can't imagine he patronizes places like this. It became clear that he wasn't planning on going in, and I started to walk past him. That's when he turned. As he did, our shoulders made impact. What's your problem? She actually was intense. So I have no idea. Let's you out you going, asshole. Oh, fuck you, Bieber lookalike. You let me without obvious displeasure. Excuse me. He pissed me off, but getting involved with someone like this can't end well. Just let the whole thing go. I continued my march towards the cafe. He called out from behind me and stopped. Not done with you yet. You see it's going here, are you? Huh? The man who came to the theater called the street. We're warned of one thing. This place sucks. It's a waste of time and money. Chicks are all catty too. Got it. This is a reward for the hot-blooded dandy. Is there a way to change his voice? So I can just do his voice. You better not go in there, or else you get caught in a brilliant trap. Seemingly satisfied having said that, he walked away, bobbing his head to some unheard rhythm. What was he trying to tell me? His words sounded fancy, but they didn't actually make any sense. Time is it? 4:48. Okay. A brilliant trap. I didn't know what he was talking about, nor did I care. I decided to head upstairs into the cafe.
おかえりなさいませ、ご主人様。おかえりなさいませ、ご主人様。
As I entered the cafe, two maids greeted me. One of them was obviously Ferris, but the maid with the blonde ponytail was hard to recognize as Mayuri.
あ、おかりんだ。おかえりなさいませ、おかりん。今日はダル君が来てたんだけど、ついさっき帰っちゃったよ。
Just here, were you, Daru? Hey, Brian. He's a frequent patron of this cafe. He usually visits here a couple times a week. Primarily because he's such a big Ferris fan. He's also a huge fucking simp. He's always talking about being devoted to his 2D wives, but I guess she's the exception.
おかえりなさいませ、今日は。こちらの席へどうぞ、だにゃ。
Ferris did exactly that. Hey Mayuri, I ran into a weird guy just outside this place. Yeah, he was looking up this cafe from the stairs. Thought he might have just left. He was wearing black clothes and sunglasses.
サングラスに黒い服。
Mayuri took some time to think before she answered. I see. He was clearly a man with a history, though.
エリスちゃん、何か心当たりあるかな？
Ferris had her brow furrowed in a look of seriousness.
フェリスちゃん？
Do you know who he was?
ひょっとしたら。ひょっとしたら？
So the soberest tone Mayuri and I had ever heard from Ferris. We both bristled with anxiety.
その人は10年前に武者修行の旅に出ると言ったままいなくなったフェイリスのお兄ちゃんにゃ。
Oh. Well, that's a twist. Huh?
フェイリスのお兄ちゃんは10年前ゲルマン流忍術をマスターすると
German ninjutsu skills.
家を飛び出していったんだにゃ。
German ninjutsu. Exactly, that's my fucking... Sorry. What in the world?
それがまさかこの町に戻ってくるにゃんて。あ、もしかしてお兄ちゃんは今までもフェイリスのことを陰で見守ってくれていたんじゃ。そういえば毎月メイクインに送られてくる群青色のバラ、あれはそうにゃ、群青色のバラの。
Mayuri, tell me, do blue roses really show up here every month?
見たことないにゃ。
Ah. This was a mistake. Looking for an answer and wound up in a nest of flying vipers. But I guess it was to be expected.
大変にゃ。今すぐ追いかけなきゃ。ねえ今日な、その人はどこへ向かったにゃ。
Ferris looked nearly teary-eyed with his desperation, and I'm quitting for a while again. I'm sorry. I'm getting tired.